Last night we camped here. We backtracked about 0.1 miles off trail yesterday with incline. That was okay, but having to go around snowdrifts wasn't so fun, so we didn't make it as many miles as we thought we would. So after about 5.5 miles, we were tired and put down here, which I'm so glad that we did. So now we're gonna, but last night we had to melt snow to have enough water. Still don't have enough water, but in about 5 miles we'll finally get water. So each have less than a liter to make it, so we'll be fine. But definitely hoping the snow drifts aren't like yesterday. We were hands and knees on the ground trying to go straight uphill, and that's never fun. So didn't make very many miles yesterday like I was hoping to, but we'll see what today brings. See you later. Welcome to day, I don't know what it is, 30 something. We are on top of, or coming down off of Baden Powell, trying to get to Jimmy Campground at least today, which is about 5 miles. Yesterday just ran into a bunch of snow drifts, and then having to divert off trail, it made it really hard going up embankments, making your own trail, going straight up, and so that took a lot of energy out of us. I'm glad that I was hiking with Rogue, real name's Natasha, and Bigfoot, real name Ricky, just to kind of help ensure, the route finding and stuff. And we had some pretty tricky, treacherous spots. Oh, look at this tree. That we had to go over. Natasha had a scary moment trying to get through one of them, and Ricky had to go back and get her pack and stuff because her foot was slipping and she was definitely unsure. So nice to have other people around in those types of situations. We'll see. It's up and down, but a lot of down and drop in elevation, I think. So that's going to be really hard on me with my knees. I'm not even a year out from my one major knee surgery, but I can't quite do 90 degrees with my knees without it hurting. And so the step downs, I am not sure of myself whatsoever. So thank goodness for poles. They make a huge difference. Look at that tree. But I try, that's for sure. And this backpack, it's not like, I think she should have fit me for a medium instead of a long or a large, because the torso part of it hits way down on my pelvis, and so it's not really holding the weight up off my shoulders. Oh, that is pretty over there. And so it's really digging into my shoulders and hurting. I'm definitely struggling with that. Hopefully those clouds aren't gonna bring any rain, because my backpack does not close. These guys that I'm hiking with for today and yesterday, they didn't really understand what I meant by my backpacking not close, or my backpack not closing. And then they saw and they went, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "Yeah, I told you." I would definitely have to dump a bunch of food if it started getting some rain, because it's more important for everything to stay dry. Pretties. And then this side. Oh my god. I feel like my heart is just beating out of my chest. Having to go through, divert around the big sections of snow drifts. Oh my gosh. You go down and around them because you can't, usually it's so steep and slick that you then have to literally go make your path up this steep embankment. And oh, wow, does that take it out of you, or it does out of me. Super pretty though. This side of the hill, no snow. If we can just stay on this side, the mountain. I would be happy with that. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I got passed up on that snowdrift. Oh. Going up the hillsides like that, it's like take 1 or 2 steps. Stop. Breathe. Try not to have a heart attack. Seriously. Oh, hi, little lizards. Hi. Don't touch me, but happy to see you. But, oh my gosh. Did so many of those yesterday. That's why I only did like 5 miles. Absolutely beautiful right now. This part of the day, if the wind doesn't come up, that'll be fine, because still up here above 8,000 feet, so just the slightest bit of wind makes it super chilly. Wow, today is nice. So far. Definitely came across at least 2 campsites. You know, campsites, remember, are just like flatter pieces of dirt. Because a lot of times they're like this, right? Like there's nowhere to put your tent. So you're just looking for a small section. Halfway flat, doesn't even have to be all the way flat for me. I mean, I'll sleep at a 45. I've done that. Or almost 45. Doesn't make for the most, or for the best nights of sleep, but it gets me to sleep. This reminds me back home. This kind of hiking I could do all day. It says we're 1.6 from water. That's super exciting. Hope everyone else is having a good day. It's probably in the 40s right now, maybe. So I definitely don't like being in the shade. When I'm doing this route finding, like going through the snowdrifts, it's definitely very comforting to me to have like at least one other person either ahead of me so that I can kind of see. Because it's very, very easy to get off route. And with it being earlier in the morning, the snow is like ice. So you can't kick your toe in very much. And I barely got like, let's say over by your pinky toe, maybe 2 of those toes, the very front of my shoe, to be able to kick in. I just make sure that I put a pole down really as hard as it will go through it, make sure that's stable. Get the other one. So, I mean, I don't think it'd hold me very well just because my arms aren't very strong. I've got that one torn rotator cuff, so if I have to hang on, have my right arm catch me, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, you just hope that your poles stick. Today's views have been pretty good, I'd say. Minus the snowdrifts of having to go through. Those have been exhausting, but what can you expect at 9,000 feet? Yesterday, after getting up to the top of Baden, Powell, didn't go very far after that, with the snowdrifts, having to go through them and everything. And then all the downhill afterward, it just killed my knees. So me and 2 others, we pulled off. One of the girls was actually pretty freaked out about going through some of the snowdrifts, slipping and all that kind of stuff. So we pulled off out of the wind. Got a good night's sleep, surprisingly, at this elevation. Oh my goodness, look at that. Woohoo! Oh, beautiful. Leaving this side to go to this side. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Although, I like this side of the mountain. This is where you get snow. There's just little patches, but it just seems to be like, right on trail. I've got to use my poles on the downhill. Too bad I have to go back to the desert. You see these bushes? You see the long thorns on them? These are constantly having to go through. At least these ones are back off the trail some, but like a lot of spots. Like it's really narrow and you're literally just like tucking your arms in and pushing your poles out in front of you because you got all these pokey bushes. I mean, I just seriously don't know how people are doing it with like short, well, there's not a lot of people with short sleeves, but like in shorts. I've seen their legs, they're pretty scratched up. Oh gosh, and these are everywhere. Oh my gosh, you guys, check out this other mountain. Oh my gosh. Now this is what I came for. This is what I came for. I gotta take a pic. Just when the trail was getting fine. Now I gotta go on the right side of this darn mountain. And that's where all the snow drifts are because the sun doesn't get it. Well, let's take a look first. You know that old show, it's called Bewitched? There's been so many times I think about that, like, could I wiggle my nose and just be on that next ridge where I need to be? Oh. Wow, yesterday, oops, wrong way. This tower yesterday looked so far away, and now I can't believe how close we are. I can see, oops, on the ridge. Sorry, I think it's on that one. It's hard to tell through the phone, but there's a path going up it. Makes me wonder if that's my path. I don't know. But there's a cloud inversion, so that means like the clouds are lower than like what I am and below the mountaintops, I believe. I don't know the technical term, but I think that's what it is. Look at that. Isn't that cool? The mountain's just barely floating above it. It's really pretty when you get that kind of a cloud inversion at sunset. Oh, it's so beautiful. I hope to catch one of those. It's been so cold in the evenings that I'm usually in my tent at sunset, so I have not encountered too many sunsets, sadly. But there's more time. I mean, when it warms up, I'll have time, so. Wow, check that out. There's some river down there. You see it? Down on the left. No idea what it is. Wow. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What a great campsite if you, one, possibly two tents, depending upon how you put them in here, but whew, as long as it wasn't windy, it's beautiful. Lately, been eating Crustables. Down there, you should be able to see them. Anyways, I know I gotta drop down to that elevation. Yuck. Could go right back up. But I know I crossed the highway a couple times today. So, but, see if I can get around this. The views are amazing. Doo-doo-doo. a lot slower. I'm definitely faster on the uphill than the downhill at my age. Finally, I think I'm maybe a half a mile from where I was hoping to be last night at the start of Baden Powell when I started it yesterday, but yeah, I just kicked my hind knee. Couldn't do it, so that's okay. Just like with everything in life, it doesn't always work out, and just keep on pushing forward and take the positive out of it, or put the positive into it. Last night it wasn't too bad staying at, I think it was 9,200 feet is what we stayed at. So I was pleasantly surprised, for sure. This is our water source. It's kind of nice to be able to filter from that. And now, this is at Little Jimmy Springs. Oh, now we're headed to the campground. Okay. Just got done getting water, 5 liters, at Little Jimmy Spring. And woo! Am I feeling that extra 10.5 pounds? Holy moly. But that way I'm not required to go to the next water source. So let's go. Made it to Little Jimmy Campground. I had some lunch. Let's see. Jimmy over there. So nice campground. Just had lunch. A little more energy. Gonna try and make it another 5 or 6 miles today, so we'll see. Came off of that mountaintop over there. And now working down this ridge line. Getting ready to go into an endangered frog closement. Have to do some road walking soon. Okay, go through Olive Burn, then over there. Here's the trail and drop down to this road. Out. Came down off of, and then there's part of the road washout down there. This is what we called camp for tonight. It's got a great view. Came up over, let's see, that tall peak over there. The farthest one, that one. And then down along, and then all the way this way. And then back on this road, and then up here. Have a Rogue and Bigfoot. View from my tent tonight, not bad. Today I felt pretty well, I would say. After dropping down from 9,000 feet down to 6,000, it definitely felt a lot warmer. Still chilly in the evening, but overall, better hiking weather. The views today were wonderful. I've loved mountain hiking, much better than the desert hiking I've been doing. I wish the desert was done, but I still have lots of desert hiking left. So until the next mile, I hope you smile, and I'll catch you on the next ridge. Get out there and enjoy your own solo adventure, and always be kind.